What's good, y'all? So in this video, I'm gonna be reacting to Omizi, Netflix, Gentrified, Pop the Balloon. So I was seeing for a while like there was gonna be a new Pop the Balloon, or it was just gonna be like on Netflix. I originally thought they were just putting like the YouTube videos on Netflix. That's all I thought it was. But then the trailer came out like a week ago, and I was like, like you feel me? Pop the Balloon was mostly people that were my color. You feel me? And I just started seeing, like, okay, inclusivity, I guess, cool, whatever. But then it just started looking stupid. I was like, you know? I was like, you know what? I still want to watch it. So I waited for it to go live yesterday and I watched it. And it was terrible. Okay? The host, I think she's gorgeous. I think she's funny when she played in Insecure. You feel me? Like, funny actress. Cool. She was doing too much and she was over talking, and it was just like, I know it felt like she was kind of trying to fill in like the awkward vibes or the dead space, no noise, silence, whatever. But it was like giving too much, girl. Like, shut up. You feel me? They were introducing reality stars on it, and I was just like, people have preconceived ideas. I guess that's fine, but it was just weird. And then they didn't just gentrify it. Like, they didn't just diversify it. They did what they do with everything, right? When they are trying to show diversity, majority of the women are, and then they pick a few out of different cultures, just throw them in there, you know? And it is what it is, I guess. And then usually I ain't gonna go to say too much, but whatever. Um, No, it just won't good. It won't good. I will stick to the and I'm not gonna lie, I don't really watch the Pop the Balloon series for real unless somebody I like is reacting to it, or like Abba and Preacher like reviewing something. But I don't really watch it. But if I do decide to watch it, if I had to choose, I'm going with Arlette every time. Cause what? That shit was really just not good. Anyways, let's get into it, see what he talking about.
This video, we will have had lost an all-time great show, great YouTube product to our corporate overlords.
Pop the Balloon Live, the only live dating show where singles test their chemistry and compete for a first date. Only one thing is certain: when their balloon pops, so does their chance at love. Tough crowd. I'm in for a good time of company. I'm Yvonne Orji, and this is Pop the Balloon Live. Tune in. I mean, we'll be there. Where will you be? Because it's live. That's how life works.
Pop the Balloon was a cultural phenomenon that honestly had a lot of bad connotations wrapped around it. You know, the ghetto hood boogers that were recreating them in these white wall studios in Atlanta and in Boston and all these other places that had just the most ghettofied formula ever possible to make bad names for a bunch of black creators. Were putting out this filth on the internet. But when content creator Arlette came onto the scene and saw a way that she could make this into a more mature conversation, better content, better production, all of the things just raising the bar for this type of content, it instantly was a hit. As a diehard Pop the Balloon fan, I remember when Dr. Elam came onto the scene and literally gripped the nation by storm with his
I did a whole video on Dr. Elon. Couldn't stand Dr. Elon and his narcissistic, manipulative, egotistical behavior vibe. It's just me, though.
nonsensical opinions, controversial takes, and honestly a breath of fresh air in this space.
How old are you again?
38.
You 38?
What you mean a breath of fresh? What? I think I just like tuned out for a second. What did he just say?
Red flag.
So he's
It's
You
less
you
of
are
a-
very handsome. I wouldn't even thought you were 38.
Of course
but
not. But it's less about being a red flag and more about being a liability.
I get it.
If I were to bring you into my life, you would be a liability.
Right. I mean, if you change your mind, I'm open to it though.
Why would you be open to it?
Cause you're handsome for
Sure.
one.
So you only like me
And-
because I'm beautiful.
Just like I'm beautiful.
Yeah, but that's not why I would only like you.
So why would you like me? Because you didn't answer that.
Because you can bring something and add something to my life. But because you're a liability, you can't
Right.
add anything to my life.
Right.
See, that's the content that we love, this real, authentic perspective on dating that shows just how crazy some of the men are, crazy some of the women are, and how hard dating is in 2025. Now, the show itself isn't absolved of criticism because some of the newer episodes are crazy, but it still remains true that there is an air of authenticity that surrounds that show that simply can't be replicated on some sort of Netflix platform. Now, I can't go on without saying that the original show will still maintain itself on YouTube, but this will just be some sort of side Netflix project that they have going on.
Every Wednesday, okay, Pop the Balloon Wednesday is still a thing. Make sure you're tuning in. I will still be hosting, just like he said. It's going to be the same. Producing, everything is going to remain the same. The only thing is just we have another addition to, you know, the things that we're working
Oh,
on.
it's their show. All right. Well, you need to make some changes, okay? It is just not. It's not even the same. Like they switched shit up. Like I don't know. It just wasn't good. I don't know if y'all saw. Y'all let me know how you feel, but I didn't really enjoy.
Is working with Netflix, which is a huge deal, a huge blessing. We're super grateful for it.
And nobody's more happier or proud of Arlette than I am. As a content creator, I think a lot of people don't realize that our dreams began from the big screen, you know, the bigger screens, whether it be the television or the movie screen or whatever the case may be. And our dreams still continue to strive in that direction with as much creative control as possible. But this show seems to lack creative control because this is like a gentrified version of Pop the Balloon that's also coming with these astronomical price hikes that Netflix has associated with itself in recent times. Now, dare I say this might even hurt the Pop the Balloon
Yeah, I
brand with
don't.
how
Yeah, it's
gentrified
not
it
good.
is.
Have y'all seen the trailer for the Pop the Balloon that's on Netflix? Because I watched it yesterday and I was like, what the fuck is this? First of all, we already knew they got rid of Arlette as the host, which Pop the Balloon, Arlette is Pop the Balloon. And I'm not convinced that Yvonne Orji is going to be a good host, to be honest, but we'll see. Secondly, they got white people on this show. We can't.
Not.
Obviously, Pop the Balloon is problematic. I recognize that. I watch strictly from an entertainment perspective. But I am not trying to see a white man on a show popping a black woman's balloon. You know what I mean? Like, when you bring in the interracial dynamics into it, it's not funny anymore.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I tried my hardest to not be on her side in this conversation, but like I
Why?
said, this is a cultural phenomenon, and this isn't something to be, you know, mixed with all these other different ethnic groups, etc., etc. We've seen the imitators and the replicators do their own version, and I'm not gonna lie, it's entertaining from that perspective as well. I gotta applaud them. But in the original concept is based out of the black experience with black cast, black people. Arlette has never brought anybody non-black onto the platform to participate in it because
That's not true. Well, maybe I don't know because this a couple people seemed not to be. Maybe they were just white passing, not really sure. But I understand what they're saying. It's a whole different dynamic that honestly, I feel like if you're not, a lot of people aren't gonna understand it. It is what it is, and it's not like I'm not about to sit here and explain the shit. Like if you don't understand, you don't understand. It's either up to you to try to educate yourself or you just to not understand. I don't. But it does add like a different level, and it's just like damn, like. ugh.
culture like interracial dating is not. There's just so many dynamics that come into play and it almost sucks the fun out of it. Another big portion of it is, from my understanding, a lot of those people that were displayed on the trailer are reality TV stars. Now, I don't know if that's just for trailer's sake, but I damn sure don't
No,
want to.
because they had one yesterday. Two of the people that was up there were reality TV mofos. At least from the men. I don't watch every reality TV show. So the first nigga, I'm not gonna lie, I did not know who he was, but apparently he was a well-known mofo. The third one, I knew him, but not for good reasons. He was on like too hot to handle. Like what? Like
Another made up version of another, you know, love contest show where there's reality
they
stars
need to make
competing
some
for
tweaks
reality stars. That's
immediately.
definitely not fun. That's definitely not my idea of content. That's definitely not some shit that I am trying to see on a day-to-day basis when I watch this episode of Pop the Balloon live on Netflix. It just takes the whole mystification out of what's really going on to the screen for me. And as far as the host goes,
Are you still a virgin?
I am.
Oh my
So you telling me your character had sex on camera before you did? Why would you know what? I'm not here to judge. Cause I guess good for you. You don't have to worry about a lot of things. Let's see. I just don't understand. What is the point? What's it?
I love this. This is the most original guest we've ever had on. And you, what are you, 39?
I am.
Oh my God. That dam is going to break one day, baby. And
Maybe let me tell you right now. People were like, oh, Yvonne, I was like, pray for him. Whoever he is, y'all need to go pray for him. You get a lot of pent up energy up in here with me.
oh my God. And you're going to hit your sexual peak when you start having sex. So yeah, you're going to need a couple of men probably.
Yeah, I don't want to hear from a 39-year-old virgin hosting a dating show where they're gonna talk about sex. And no, this isn't because I'm not fond of Yvonne for her character as Molly on the show Insecure, even though I think Issa should have been dropped her. I also am gonna miss my messy bestie Arlette. Like, I love what Arlette brings to the show. She brings a level of messiness, authenticity, and honestly just good-natured humor that brings out the nastiness that dating can be, or the viral clips that we need from the show.
Reason why I pop my balloon because the outfit's not giving. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I like my guy to look, really good.
And what about his outfits?
I think also, like, you don't have to do too much in certain situations. It's bound to be some drama. It just is. You let people be people, it's bound to go haywire. That's why I think, what's it called? Temptation Island. I've been watching Temptation Island since season 1. Understand that. But Temptation Island or X on the Beach or whatever, I don't think you have to, like, try to, I mean, on X on the Beach, they definitely do try to, like, make it so that there's more drama, like I think producers do. But when you're putting people in certain situations, a bunch of people, you got unexpected mood swings, things gonna happen. It's just going to be drama. In this situation, Arlette doesn't, she just has to facilitate. She doesn't have to constantly be over the top or anything. It's not necessary. She facilitates. When need be, she'll kind of calm somebody down, like, okay, like, but yeah, this is when you have people's egos are at stake right now. Is somebody gonna say something? People are about to act a certain way, so it's no need, and it still is gonna go viral or whatever. But it feels more authentic. What I watched felt like some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like it felt like bullshit for real. And I won't fucking with it.
And what are you not feeling?
Everything.
Everything.
And
Ooh,
see,
everything.
she'll just, it is a little messy, but it's not. She'll be like, somebody will be like, oh, I'm just not attracted to this person, and then she'll be like, what about them isn't attractive? I'll just be like, but like, I get it, but it's very subtle. It's not too much.
Okay.
Everything is not giving.
So is it how it's put together? Is there a piece? Like, what is it?
Girl, it's just the green, the blue, the gray. It's just no giving.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
did you put thought into this? Like, she said your outfit's not giving. Like,
Yeah. No, I mean, shoot. That's, teach their own, I guess. It's all good. Like, okay.
Oh, you're looking at her outfit. Are you feeling this?
I mean, I'm a fan of Sheen.
Okay.
Yeah,
You a fan of what?
Sheen. Right? I'm a fan. No, I'm saying you put that on.
Look, man, nobody draws out the mess better than Arlette. But on a serious note, though, this is pure,
But
authentic
it's
content that we are
It's
seeing.
subtle.
That great production, maintain total control. They've even gone as far as to not have sponsors up until recently because they didn't want anybody telling them what they can or can't do. And the sponsorship fits so beautifully, it's crazy. But I've recently seen over time a lot of people basically gentrify this content for their own entertainment and humor. And honestly, it's a bastardization of what Pop the Balloon is to represent.
Hey, what's up, everyone? We're in the lovely city of San Antonio, and we have the person who loves San Antonio the most. Come on up. Well, wow. I'm Charles Wade Barkley.
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm Manny Supreme. I'm 30 years old. I'm from Philadelphia.
Hi, Manny. Can you tell me about your last relationship?
I mean, I was engaged for about 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, I mean, I told her just trust the process.
Yeah, trust no process. Go ahead and get out of here.
My name is Trey. I'm an influencer and artist. I'm 28 and I'm from LA, And by the way, Happy International Women's Day.
You know that was 5 months ago, right?
Yeah, but it's, International Women's Day every day to all you beautiful queens.
Super cringe content.
Yeah, I want to say, like, what is even like the point? Like, again, y'all need to leave the regular formula alone. That's like you taking a recipe, right? You start adding a bunch of shit that's not necessary, right? Fuck, you making a cake. You start adding in pickles. It's shit's going to be disgusting. You start adding mustard. Ew. But you know what? The 11-year-olds probably eating it up. You know what? The 11-year-olds and 12-year-olds and middle schoolers, they probably eating the content up. I wouldn't even put it past the high schoolers. So they probably got like a strong fan base. And you know what? They probably looking at it and was like, oh, that was all real. Wow. Whole time, that was a skit.
And when you sign away this IP or you attach your name to some stuff like this is a part of your brand now. I believe Pop the Balloon was on a crazy trajectory, and they ultimately know the paperwork, so they know what's best for them, but there's a possibility that this could ruin the brand long term.
Not gonna lie, I don't want to see Pop the Balloon on Netflix. I mean, I feel like I like my Netflix. I like my shows separate. I like my Netflix shows. I like my YouTube shows.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if my YouTubers went to Netflix, I would be like, what in the hell is actually happening? What is this? Why is this? How is this?
Like, when you bring stuff like
Me and
that
her got the
to
same glasses almost.
networks, como se dice, it's
Como
not
se
gonna be the
dice.
same.
Ultimately, plays
they kinda
like
the
this
same?
to me scream
Different
some
color?
level of. I wouldn't be surprised if Kai Cenat gets some sort of late night deal on Amazon or Peacock or something like that in the next coming months or so. Because that's just the way that they are trending. They're not trying to dump all this money into all these projects, so they'd rather go back and get the creator, help them live out a dream, but ultimately bastardize the content that they are able to produce, take away some of their creativity, if not all of it, and then ultimately have it be gentrified and inauthentic and leaving a bad taste in the traditionalist mouth. Now, I do believe in taking a bad deal or perceived bad deal in order to boost you up in the main sphere, because I don't know another way for her to market herself to a larger audience other than this. Like, this is good marketing for the YouTube channel as a whole. We just have to factor in that some of that name is going to be damaged, because when people go back to the YouTube channel, they're going to see one thing as opposed to seeing Connie Chung and Mike Michelson on Pop the Balloon. That shit is
Are
so
those actually
disgusting.
people?
I don't know.
Or was he just racist just then? I need to know.
Could just be a disgruntled fan at the end of the day, because I don't want to see something that I love and I think is unique and creative and is so innovative come tumbling down because these people at Netflix don't understand the culture. They don't understand what they're supposed to do with this amazing product, and they definitely don't know how to keep it as authentic as it can possibly be. I might just be upset because I'm gonna miss out on some of the most classic moments ever.
Is Cedric someone that's your type?
No.
Okay. What makes him not your type?
Oh
The
my
way
God,
he
I've seen
looks.
this.
I just wanted to know what you was thinking about. That's all that was.
It's just weird talking to my little brother, so.
No problem. You can't say little. We the same age, darling. Let's be respectful.
You sound like him, though.
That's
So
because we
talking-
from the same place. So you don't like
No,
you don't
it's
like
not.
people from your hometown.
I never said
and
that.
that's respectful. I can respect
I
that.
just want a man with a higher vocabulary,
Okay.
which you don't have. On your day-to-day speak.
You said you looking for
On
a
your
hood
day-to-day speak, bitch.
dude. I'm not that. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Go sing it out loud. Go ahead.
Watashi wasta.
Gave most of my opinion during the video, but yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I probably will still tune in. I probably still will tune in out of curiosity. Curiosity kills the cat, but the curiosity got my ass watching that dumb freaking show. No lie, no lie. Oh my God, I'm so exhausted. And I have like 5 more videos to do. Lucky me. Anyways, like I said, I guess we'll see how it goes. I'm happy that they are continuing to do this on YouTube, because otherwise I would be like, oh, y'all are fucked because the shit's not good. But no, I guess we'll see. Maybe they'll see like the reception from the first episode and they'll be like, all right, we got to tweak some things. Let's fix it up because mofos don't like it. But yeah, I'm gonna go see what people are saying about it now. Since the first episode is aired. Anyways, y'all like, come subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, and I'll see you on the next one.